quoting again from the book. So Keshav thinks that life is an infinite circle and not a straight line. So why do we always box life into a singular entity? Is it not an amalgamation of experiences and it cannot be boxed or confined in two-dimensional spaces?
Please understand that we don't talk about experiences per se. We also talk about the experiencer, behind the experience. And the experiencer has to make sense of the experience. So he or she has to find meaning in the experience. Otherwise, the experience means nothing. And if you take a buffalo to a beauty parlor, the buffalo can make no sense of that. But you can, because there is meaning associated with the beauty parlor. And an experiencer lives in circles, not in straight lines. In fact, he or she doesn't live in circles, he or she lives in spirals. I have had this experience before, and I'm experiencing for the second time. The second time experience will be unlike the first time. In order for the experiencer to make sense or meaning of experience, he or she must dimensionalize an experience. And the experiencer gives those dimensions. And if it is a linear thing, it makes no sense. But if it is spiral, then he has a recall of what happened in the past. People say that history moves in spirals, not in circles. So what happened in the past will happen again in the future, but it will not happen in the same manner. And the experiencer is a subjective phenomenon. The experiencer lives by meaning. And meaning making is a unique human privilege. In the organized world, you give a bonus to everybody in terms of rupees or dollars. But that bonus does not mean the same thing to everyone. Right? It means different things to different people. For some people it may mean the new generation of cars. For some other it would mean a good admission for his son in a college with that money. So that money has different meanings for different people, right? So understand the subjective element here.
So Kaya, in her farewell speech to Keshav, made a very interesting statement. She said, when all else is broken, love remains. So my question is, if all other entities are broken, then isn't love lost as well?
You are assuming love to be something material. Just give me this glass. Look at this glass here. Suppose the glass is broken. It drops from my hand, it is broken. Does the space within the glass remain the same, or is it broken too? Space remains the same, right? So just by breaking the glass, you can't break space within it. Love is not something that is conditioned like this glass is. It is like the empty space within. And so what gets broken are likes and dislikes. When you mold love in the form of a structure called like and dislike, I like and I dislike, you get disenchanted with what you like. You like chocolates, you don't like chocolates anymore. You disliked people of a certain kind, you've started liking them now. So likes and dislikes keep changing, but love does not. So love is that transcends likes and dislikes. So when all else is broken, the existential remains, and love is existential. Love is not just material, it is not even psychological. Likes and dislikes are. It is the very nature, the very fabric of our existence. So existence of this glass depends on the space that it contains. So if you fundamentally understand the nature of love, beyond likes and dislikes, beyond the conditioning that the glass is subjected to, then you will know why love still remains. But in order to get there, you have to transcend the domain of likes, the duality of likes and dislikes. And that's not easy. But then, how many people have learned to love? And we grow. And so when we get disenchanted with likes and dislikes, we realize that there's a domain that I haven't quite explored. So when an 80-year-old man looks at a 76-year-old woman and still sees the same enchantment in her eyes, it's a different dimension of love. It's not sensory. It's not necessarily about likes and dislikes. But it is about the unity of existence of two people. They're bound by the space. So the space inside the glass is the same as the space inside that, suitcase that I see. Space is the same. The structures are different. So when you find the unity, then everything that you see in existence, you can love anything. You can love a dog, you can love a landscape, you can love a painting, and because everything that is touched with that existential entity has the fragrance of love. And that's what the book is talking about. It is trying to rescue love from the contamination that it has undergone through multiple interpretations of it, love gurus and all of that. So we are talking about something that is timeless in its perspective, but it's very timely because we have to understand that the faster the pace of life, the more transient our likes and dislikes, the more is the hunger for something deeper. And this book addresses that whole issue.